Hey guys, Submoto here. So in light of the last video where I kind of gave you an update, like a life update, I got to thinking and I thought maybe it might be fun to kind of show you around. Like, it's one of the reasons that I haven't been making that many videos is basically because there's so much stuff been going on. But then I thought, you know, what's wrong with involving you guys in that? That would be kind of cool. I mean, I realize it's not motorcycle related, all of it, but anyway, so I thought that maybe you'd be interested in knowing that the kind of stuff I've been doing. So just yesterday, I finished recording a song, an old song that I wrote in remembrance of the colleagues and friends that never made it home from the war. As you know, I've been deployed a couple of times, and so I wrote this song a long time ago. It's called "One for the Fallen."
So let's raise a toast for the ones that have fallen. Let's raise a toast for the ones that have gone. Tonight we remember.
So anyway, like I said, kind of an old song, but I thought it might be fun to record it. So I went down to the studio that we have here in Berlin, the one where we have class, and I asked if I could borrow their grand, and I kind of made a video of that. So I'll put a link in the description, and yeah, hope you like it. And also, we had a space party just the other day, which I thought you might find kind of cool. We we were told that that they were going to have a space party. We were going to have a space party, and we could dress up as any planet or alien or anything we wanted. So what do? What does Submoto do? He dresses up as Darth Maul. Now, granted, that movie wasn't really my favorite. Doesn't matter. It's Star Wars, and this is what it looked like. So I spent a couple of hours painting myself to look like Darth Maul, and made the horns and stuff. So that was pretty badass. And tonight, after class and all of this, we have a concert with one of my buddies, a really talented guy, Martin May. He is going to be performing at one of my favorite places in town, which is it's called the Oven Bar, and it's like a silent disco kind of thing. And yeah, you put on headphones, but it's live music just with the headphones, and they had to do that because the neighbor complaints, and now they have like this unique way of listening to live music, which is pretty amazing actually. It sounds so close. I don't know how to describe it. It's just awesome. Okay, I'm almost there. About 10 minutes late. Sucks, but oh well. You know, my cornflakes were kind of important too. Anyway. So today was about being in the studio and having some lessons. It's really cool on Wednesdays actually, because you get to go to Trick Studios, and we have this like really famous producer that usually does like master classes and stuff in London, that apparently has a deal with the Berlin campus, where he actually teaches on a regular basis every Wednesday. So we have like, I mean, the guy has done like the Police, and has worked with like so many big names out there. It's just one of them. I'll list a few of them here. And yeah, he's like our recording skills teacher, which is amazing. So today was about being in the studio. So that's actually quite incredible. And we have some other really good teachers. One of my, like the head of songwriting, is, I don't know if you know him. If you don't, you should. His name is Fink, F-I-N-K, and he's actually quite big in the United Kingdom. So some of you British people may know him. And like I said, the other teachers are also pretty amazing. So I mean, there's a lot to be gained from the classes themselves, because we have so much talent within the staff. But also, like I said in the earlier video, it's more about the people around you, like going out and meeting all the other students, basically. It's a pretty small university here in Berlin. In the United Kingdom, it's quite big. But here in Berlin, the campus is quite small, so it's quite easy to get to know everyone. And that's where the future is, because some of these people really have talent. And I mean, there's no doubt that some of them are going to make it big, and most of them probably still going to end up in the music business. And then obviously another advantage of being here in Berlin is that there are a lot of big artists here. And I mean, like right over here we have Universal Studios, and you know, bigger companies with like international connections and worldwide connections, and they have some really big projects that they do here. I mean, people from all around the world, like big names that you hear on the radio all around the world, a lot of it gets recorded here in Berlin. So this is like the hub of a lot of the music business. So, you know, apart from the fact that I'm studying at an awesome university and getting to know a whole bunch of really cool musicians with a lot of talent and all of that, and that I'm getting to do my thing, there are also like connections to be made, like real connections. And whenever you do play gigs, there's like an actual chance that you'll get heard by somebody. And it seems like when you do play gigs here, like one gig will lead to another or something else or another opportunity. And I did this concert in Hamburg not too long ago, and you know, because I did that and it went well, and they invited me to the next one and the next one, and that's kind of how that works. You do well on something and you get recognized for it, and that's the difference. That's what I wasn't getting in Copenhagen. We were kicking ass on gigs and playing as hard as we could, and as well as we could, just doing our best. And yeah, really actually kicking ass on a lot of stuff, and we just weren't getting heard. Nobody, friends would show up and that, but you know, as far as like music business people or getting other opportunities, it was just kind of just taken for granted. That's the difference. That's the difference between Berlin and Copenhagen, is that when you play, if you do a really good job, there's actually a chance that it'll lead to something. Not always, but in a lot of cases it will. And even just knowing that there's a chance of it growing, you know. I've played so many gigs in Denmark, and I'm not like, I mean, yes, maybe I am dissing Denmark a little bit, but I'm dissing it for the reasons that it could be so much more in Denmark, the music business. But for some reason, the mentality of the music business people just squash it to bits. All the talent just goes to waste, and it seems like the talent that does exist in like smaller countries like that, Denmark for example, ends up going somewhere else because they just don't get those opportunities. And that's my point of view, my own personal view. Maybe somebody, I guess if you sing in Danish, or there are a lot of like local artists that get big in Denmark, but when you're trying to hit it big or do an international thing, it just gets localized somehow. So I mean, I guess in the end it's all about what's right for you. I mean, that goes for anything. Maybe certain aspects of your music career might be more compatible with living in a place like Copenhagen, but in my case, the ambitions that I have are a lot more compatible with living in a place like Berlin. And I'm not saying I'm going to stay here forever, but there's a good chance I'm not going to be going back to Denmark, because if I want to take off with the music business, it's just not, I mean, location is just so important when you're talking about the music business, that if it's not here, then it's going to be, I don't know, I mean, like New York, London, whatever. So that's what's so inspiring about being in a place where your actions actually matter. So I hope that kind of gives you a picture of what it's like in a day in the life of Submoto. And yeah, so remember to subscribe and ride, and I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.